Hi, Rudy Maxa here, and I'm in the middle of accompanying one of our Maxa tours. Began in Paris, it's going to wind up in Venice, but for the moment, I'm in Geneva. That's Lake Geneva. You see behind me in that large water fountain is called the Jet d'eau, the jet of water. And this is where Lake Geneva meets the Rhone River. It goes up 460 feet into the air. It's only turned off if there's a high wind or if the lake freezes over. I'm standing on the balcony of one of the hotels we stay in on our luxury tours. This is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel de la Paix in Geneva. Switzerland's an interesting country because it's divided into three clear regions identifiable by the language spoken. The capital of Bern and Zurich are in the German-speaking region of Switzerland. They speak Italian near the Italian border in Switzerland. And here near the French border in Geneva, they speak French. In fact, the border isn't far away from here. You can run over there to go to the market in the morning, or you can go visit Evian, where Evian water comes from. Behind me is one of the prettiest lakes in Geneva. It's called appropriately Lake Geneva. You can go boating, you can even swim in it. Ever since the 9th century, all roads to Geneva led right to here, the Place du Bourg de Four. It's the center of the old town of Geneva. It's also a great gathering place for tourists. And you notice the architecture of the buildings. Some have had top stories added to them because a lot of Protestants came to Geneva here because of John Calvin, basically, and they needed places to live. So they built on top of the buildings instead of building out beyond the castle walls. I know this hotel and I know this neighborhood because my granddaughters, for the first several years of their lives, lived a half a block away. But I always pass this weird thing behind me. Finally did some research on it. It was built to honor Charles II, the Duke of Brunswick. So it's called the Brunswick Monument, or the Brunswick Memorial. Apparently the guy loves Switzerland. He bequeathed his entire fortune to the city of Geneva under the understanding they would build a mausoleum in his honor right here in this place. And it's fashioned after the tombs of Scaliger in Italy. So come stay with us in the Ritz-Carlton next door and you'll see the Duke of Brunswick's memorial in person. This enormous cathedral behind me is St. Peters Cathedral. It's a crown and the jewel of the city of Geneva here in Switzerland. This has actually been the site for hundreds and hundreds of years of some kind of religious institution or another. This cathedral has been here, well, construction started in the 11th century and it was finished in the 12th century. It became even more famous in the 16th century when a Frenchman fled his country and came here to Geneva. His name was John Calvin, and eventually, during the Reformation, this became a Protestant house of worship.